Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm Will Dragon and we are playing Timberborn. That's right, the game with beavers and lots of wood. Sorry folks, I can't help myself. Look, the puns are just there to be said on this game. It has to be done. And so when we left off last time, we have just crossed the beautiful river because yes, beavers can swim. And we are starting to use this opposite bank of beautiful, fertile land. Now we do in fact have a slight wood problem, but don't worry, it's not permanent. It can be fixed. And so we are just, after having left off last time, we've just got to build a new logging camp. We're actually building a new second one, and we're actually going to focus on clearing this strip of trees here because we have a drought incoming in 3 days, and I would like to block off the river just here to keep the water in and thus protect me from any drought problems. So that is the current goal of this episode, to control the water and thus make my town safer. So let's go ahead and press play. As you can see, drought is approaching in 3 days. We are going to go and start putting this logging camp together. We also hopefully have... Okay, I don't know why he's eating that tree. That's not marked for cutting down. Maybe it was still marked for cutting down by the time he technically came there and started eating it. And I do actually need to get another worker. I'm going to pause this water pump because we have a lot of water and our water pumps are just not really working to their best efficiency because there's nowhere for the water to go. Well, I lied. There's actually a little bit of space for the water to go. But anyway, we're going to go and pause that so we can get... Buildings lacking workers. Okay, so we need an extra worker. I'm actually now, just because it's not the most important thing. I mean, these cost me, these do actually cost me a little bit. I mean, ideally I want a sluice, which I cannot yet afford. So we're not going to pause our... we'll take one off this. There you go. That should put one person free to come into this logging camp. And that should now allow more logs to appear. I need to build this farmhouse, which I'm not going to... I might build some fields. For now, we're currently growing more carrots. So we've got carrots here. We are going to start growing potatoes, so we can start making grilled potatoes. And there you go. Unfortunately, that's a long walk because the storehouses are all over here. But we'll get that going. Don't you worry. And we will sort that out. We're probably going to have to build, I would guess, maybe another storehouse back here, just for this to all be properly efficient, because it's a hell of a walk, put it that way. And we do have up here, we have a lot of buildings requiring logs. We also, however, have quite a few buildings, I think, still requiring planks. Although we're actually looking pretty good. There you go. No, the stairs require planks. But how it sounds, they're kind of a little bit of an afterthought, because as long as these platform gets built, then the lodges can easily get built. These stairs and these stairs, again, are kind of afterthoughts. They do need some planks as well. But again, not too much of a problem. Now, I'm hoping to use sluices. Oh, I'm not going to be using sluices. They take metal. Scrap that idea. We will be using floodgates. They, however, do also take planks and logs. Now, the levee is a much easier one. It just takes logs. But... Oh, no, sorry. Not the levee. The dam. It stops it up to a level of 0.65. One level being the height of 1. I would like to have it a little bit higher to hold in more water, if I'm perfectly honest. But anyway, we're also going to go ahead and put that on double speed now. So things go... Oh, bit of an autosave there. Autosave also always makes the game jump a little bit. Like I said, we're going to go and do that just now. We are getting the logs delivered to where they need to go. I'm going to guess this farmhouse is generally going to be taking priority simply because, yep, it's the closest one, basically. And how are we looking? Okay, we are gnawing our way through. 7 buildings still lack construction materials. And let's go ahead and unselect those. As, I don't know, I just prefer, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this view, but I just prefer, you know, the proper watercolor. The building's not quite there if they're not built. Now, how are we looking? We're most of the way through. I think there's maybe just this birch tree to go. And then I need to make sure I turn on everything else to be 2 birch trees left to go, I think. And then I need to make it so they could harvest the rest of this little forest. Because the general idea then is to... We need to build a path. Now, I realize I shouldn't have put him there. I should have put him here. Because I need to continue this path in this direction. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to go and quickly chuck down a lumberjack flag here. Once that's built, we will remove this lumberjack. And then actually build our path to where we need to go. There you go. We're actually getting lots of logs in now. And then, of course, as well, with these buildings, we will get a bigger workforce. There are... Yep, that's missing 3. Who else is missing? Well, it says there's 4 workers missing. So somebody else is missing a worker somewhere. It's just not going to tell me where. Because like I said, that's 3. Oh, there you go. The other farm is also currently missing a worker. But that's okay. We've got plenty of food. Enough to survive us through the drought. As I don't think we're going to quite get this built off in time. Okay, they're now done. Let's go and tell them they can cut down the rest of this forest. Go nuts, guys. Go nuts. That's now going to be built. Go ahead and pause that one. Oh, no, 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 no. This... Hang on, let's go and pause this building. And then if I go and take one of you away from there again. Thank you. Does that mean we're now going to get you back? Yeah, yep. Good, good, good. Redirecting all those workers. No goods in stock. Everything completely empty. Right, let's remove this building. And let's build our path. Basically, so that all... Because I want all of this area to be... my farming field, basically. And so let's go and destroy... everything in that line, please. Mark those for destruction. And how are we doing? Oh, all of our platforms are solid and finished. That's fantastic. The house is starting to go up. That will be our next wave of beavers. And I also want to unlock... where's my housing? The next set of housing. The... no, not the mini lodge. The double lodge. I believe that's what I want. Oh, wait. And the entrance is on the top floor. That is fantastic. I can actually put it here. But I could also put it back here. And have a couple of platforms maybe going up to it. That could be an idea. I mean, this is the much easier build. But we're going to save our logs for now. But that will also be something I'd like to get in, because that opens up space for 6 inhabitants. Now, you only need 2 adults to make children, of course. That's how the world works. Ladies and gentlemen, let me talk to you about the birds and the bees. And so, with 4 other spaces for children, it kind of allows the turnover of children to be quite a lot faster. Although you don't want to build them all at the same time, because then your turnover, basically everyone dies and you're stuck with just a huge, huge line. Or not line, so to say, but a huge quantity of child beavers. Which doesn't really help you get anything done. Okay, yep, we're focusing on taking away the logs. That's fine, because we do also then need to amass lots of logs to keep things going, basically. Now, I think... kind of want to build a storehouse, but I also kind of don't. Because I want to start saving up some logs. Also need to start getting some more planks back so I can build my floodgates. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to do it in time for this drought, but I should be fine in terms of what I have available. In terms of water and food. So I'm not too worried about that, quite frankly. Oh, there you go. Both our houses are built. All of these have their logs. Oh, no, one's missing a log. But we do have 23 logs available. So the logs are starting to be basically, yeah, ready for what is going. Now, so we do need to turn on the lumber mill, which I think I'm going to unpause that. And I think let's just go ahead and pause. No, let's not pause one of the lumberjacks. Damn it. Let's go and pause. Let's go and pause my forester. Because he is planting this forest. And as this forest is all planted, he actually has nothing to do. He's a wasted worker there. Oh, nice. We're starting to take out these, although we can take out a fair few of those things I've told them to destroy by planting the path. That just leaves 3 berry bushes to be removed. And yes, the drought is coming. Now, this is a very slow drought on this map. Things are starting to decrease. But especially with things like this pool, which holds a good bit of water. Yeah, it's just a very slow drought. But luckily, it's not that slow of a refill, basically. So that is quite good, basically. As you can see the water level has dropped, I believe. I'm sure that looks a fair bit lower than what it used to. The water wheel's power slowly is decreasing. As the flow of water. There you go. That's the end of that flow. This will slowly start to drop off eventually as well. Yes, it's a very slow drought. I mean, we're half a day through already and we still actually have water, which is fantastic. Okay, you can actually go on pause again. I don't know if anyone else actually needs a worker. No, there's actually someone wondering what he should do in life. But for now, I'm actually going to put you in here to get things moving around. Okay, now as you can see, that was a red line. So we are coming to the right to the edge of what our district will allow us to reach. But I am hoping it allows me to build these floodgates is what I'm after. So let's go and unlock them for 150 research. We currently have 470. And I want to build me a row of floodgates right there. And that will allow me to control my water during a drought. It is too far, but the first one isn't. So the whole point is I'm hoping once the first one's built, you can get to the second one. Although I say that, these are not walkable on structures. So I think also I may end up needing to play with paths a little bit more, and also a set of stairs coming down, followed by more paths. Now, I think technically that will be reachable. There you go. So logs are being delivered, but we are short on planks because we unfortunately don't have any. We are going to have to wait for the water to come back for our water mill to start turning once more. But at least we can, in the meantime, amass a lot of planks. Let's go ahead and fast forward. There's not really a lot we can do. There's not going to be a lot growing. But we do have a good amount of water and a very large amount of food. So we shouldn't be in any trouble in that regard. I'm hoping. The water is the one I'm a little bit worried about, but we're still on 140 and we're halfway through the drought. So like I said, I'm hopeful. I am hopeful. Now, something else District buildings, a hauling post. Haulers assist workers in a district in carrying goods, greatly increasing their productivity. Now, I think I might want one of these. Although, to be fair as well, something that I probably want over here, that I think to keep this area going, in the long run, will be a forester. That is something I think I'm going to want to go for in the long run. Also something which actually I can build now, I think. Yes, let's go and build... No, I don't want a dam. I want a levee. I want to go and build one there. And then one there. Because as you can guess, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little row of water wheels coming along here. Now, to make water wheels, I think again... Yep, all I need is... Although it's 50 logs, so I'm going to hold off on that. Because each of these needs 10. So, I mean, apart from the first one, which is done, that is 50 logs right there. So, for now... As we're only on 50 logs as it is, I will leave that there for now. Although I should be able to. I'm assuming these won't cost too much. No, 1 log apiece. I'm going to put one there and one there. It shouldn't take too much to build. There you go. Both of those have been put up. And this should actually slightly increase the efficiency of this water wheel as it is, because I am kind of blocking off the river's flow. So I'm redirecting the water to actually go through the water wheel. Even though I haven't gotten around to building part 2 and 3. Although I am going to go and build 1. And also is going to hold off. But the water is coming back. And... Oh, it's double thickness. Well, I'll be... I didn't realize that. Oh, that being the case. That now needs to be removed. That now needs to be removed. Okay, they are being picked up. I'll give those a second. We're going to go and build a water wheel. Yep, that's been... Hang on. The angles in all of this are really getting to me. That's better. Build that there. Sorry, no, we don't want storage. We want some landscaping. Blocks off water completely. No, we obviously want this in the water. That can go there. And then that... connection piece again can go just up there. So as you can guess, yes, that will eventually allow us to get power over here if we want it. And I am so looking forward to playing with this later. Our bad water stream. And as you can also guess, there you go, we're going at 190 horsepower. This one's going at 270. Of course, because we have slightly blocked water flow because we've built behind this little bit of land. $110 and 3, so we should have so much water supply available, basically. Go ahead and unpause the logging camp. We don't have any spare at the moment. We have got 6 children up and coming, so to say. And I think I'm going to go and build me this here. Now, how do I want to do this, however? Do I want to simply build a couple of platforms? Do I want to stairs put there? Yes, let's unlock that. Let's start building it. And so let's come back to double speed a second. Let's slow it down. So the things I can do is basically I can... Where are my pathing and structures? I can either build a double path here, and that gets me to the entrance. Or I can build a simple set of stairs. I think I'm going to double path it. Double structure it. And so then let's go to the path. And we'll have a path just there. And then on the top of here, for the sake of well-being, I think I want a rooftop terrace. But the problem is I think it has to be built fully. Must be placed atop of the building. It has to be placed fully on rooftops, I do believe. So we're going to have to build something much, much bigger for that to be the case and to be built there. That's all good. We'll get that in a future update, so to say. Okay, we've got planks coming in for these. We'll have planks and logs coming in for these. And we should have a couple more logs coming in for this as well. There you go. Now we can't get to the entrance. That's fine. We will get there eventually. Planks are being produced. Logs are also incoming. We have our pine trees here all ready to go. We've got plenty of logs at the moment, so I'm not too worried about turning those on. Although I might actually... If I unpause you... Oh, there is somebody to go there. Oh, we also have another beaver. You know what? Let's go crazy. Let's start really grabbing all those logs. What I might do, actually, is... I'm going to pause one of you, and you're going to come back online now. And we still have someone, so you're going to go back in here. Okay, and that's all of our beavers fully assigned. We have a couple of buildings still paused. My forester will be the next one to come online once I get another adult beaver. Where are my children? 6, 6, 6, and 2. So these guys... no, I just actually wanted to... Oh, no, age 2. So why does it say 6? Oh, that's their happiness. My bad. So we've got... again, nope, don't want to. Age 0, age 6. There you go. So we will have someone online as an adult, fully grown soon. Nguyen Van. You will become an adult before we know it, and you will go into... I'm going to unpause this. Ready? Yep, you will go into the Forester. Done, done, and done. Things are starting to look very, very nice. We are just waiting for all of those planks to become available. We have our stairs prepared, so we can now get up to this top basin. Something else I'd like to do, I think it's a bit of a distant ask, is to unblock this. Demolish the blockade. That will flood this river, and then it will come back out into this basin. Right into here. What I would actually like to do... Now again, this is a future ask because I need to get there first. I want to block off this area, open up this area as well, and then flood this path so it comes back out here. That is what I'd like to do. Height 0.85. Let's keep you at that. Hopefully the other ones will automatically set out that number. We shall see, we shall see. You guys are also waiting on planks, but you're down the list, unfortunately. Now, I could go and build another lumber mill, I suppose. As I feel like it's kind of needed. That takes 15 logs, and it does take a worker. We're actually still missing a worker from somewhere. Go and build that there, and then let's path it up. Unconnected buildings, I assume that's... Ah, yeah, no, that's that one, that's fair. And nope, nobody's missing a workplace anymore. That's, sorry, a worker anymore. And so let's get someone in that lumber mill. That's, however, tomorrow's problem. I think what I'm going to go and do is... I'm going to pause you. You are... We plant dead trees not marked for cutting. We're going to come and obviously come and replace all of these. Let's go back to fast forwarding at full speed. As we've got a few things left to do. And as I said, my goal for this episode is to make ourselves drought safe. And so for that, we need to get all of that built down there. Let's come and prioritize this building first, please. So we can get Done. So we can get another beaver in here, ideally. We don't have one available. Let's take away one of our farmers. Done. That's now got someone in there. That should be a lot more planks coming out. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Oh, 2 have been built. Good. They are all synchronizing as they get built. And also, very soon, we should have all of the extra beavers coming online. I'm going to actually say prioritize these 2 with planks. Oh, all of our carrots have been eaten near enough. Oh, there's 64 left. They must be in the actual farms. Oh, and a whole bunch just got delivered. 14 into that. Oh, 1 more to go. Need 1 more plank. That's just being delivered there. There you go. That house is now open. And so we should end up tonight with a whole lot more beaver children. And so there you go. Some of the basics of these are being done. Now let's watch these guys build in water, because that's what beavers do, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, no, sorry, it's just at nighttime. Bad time to zoom in. Terrible timing. And, oh, all this pine forest has been chopped down, but we are still getting some growing up. And we are 64%. I mean, 24 days. It's a long time, folks. These things are only on 12 days. I'm going to see how much. Okay. They can basically get through about 8 to 9 trees a day. So I will need to slightly grow and redesign this forest, but that's okay. Because I need 8 to 9 trees coming online every day. And once again, I've zoomed in just as nightfall has happened. But we are... Oh, nice. So that will get built next time. Tomorrow, basically. All the beavers running out. Look at them working, swimming whilst hammering. I'm not sure if that's the safest thing in the world, but hey, there's no health and safety in Beavertopia. We are getting a nice number of planks in. And we still have a large number of logs, so that's fantastic. Look at him go, look at him carry that, then start hammering while swimming. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, we still do need quite a bit of materials down here. How are we doing on that? We have the planks, we just need some logs. Hopefully, have we got a good source here? Nope, no goods in stock. I've paused them both. And these guys are both waiting. Let's unpause these. And then let's pause these two. Pointing you guys hanging around doing nothing. Let's put that back up to 3. Put this up to 4. And everybody's now working. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. So we are controlling our river at a height of 0.85 using our floodgates. And that should mean, I mean, as you can see the difference in the water level right there. 0.85 compared to probably around 0.5, maybe a little bit less. When we get our next drought, the water should stay in between this area and where it drops down into this from this waterfall for the entirety of the drought. Look at that. That's made it a proper swimming pool for them to go through and start doing their laps back and forth. So yeah, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave the episode there. We've managed to sort out our log problem and our plank problem. we have managed to get ourselves safe from any future drought. And so then we need to start looking at what comes next. Now, something I would like to start playing with, although these do start to now take gears as we start getting up to these vertical power shafts. But one thing I would love to start looking at is the possibility of getting the next stage of things done, which is gears. However, I would have really loved to have gotten my gear workshops right above my plank workshops. That would have basically worked by having a shaft come out here, come up, and then on platforms up here, we would have basically had a couple of gear workshops. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen because we need the gears before we can get the vertical power shafts. But never mind, ladies and gentlemen, we shall persevere and see what we're going to do. So that's going to be one of the next things, I think, is the gear workshop, because that is the kind of the next thing we need for our next set of buildings. And after that, we then want to start looking at our metal industry. Now, this is basically gotten from scavenging from old iron ruins. You can also get iron pits in the ground if I can find you one. There you go. Or iron pits in the ground, which are basically an unlimited source of iron. So that's going to be our next goal, to get our iron or our metal production online. That will allow us to get the smelter. And there you go. There's the mine that goes into the iron pit in the ground. So yes, we will start to get our metal industry online. Now, I think that's going to happen from over here. I'm not entirely sure. And I think that's also in essence going to happen by populating this region here. Because if I can knock out this debris, I can use this as my control point to keep the water in here, once again protecting myself from droughts. And because as you can see, this is all horrible, horrible, dirty, bad water. I can then use this as my source of metal. I can also then potentially in the future, if I build it up properly, use this as my source of bad water, because bad water is in fact needed to build. What are we looking to build? To build dynamite. Because I can basically build another block off point just here and just flood this through to here. I will have to be careful of ground contamination, but that will be the goal for the next episode. Populate my next district in this area here and get myself to this scrap metal. I assume, yep, there's a lot more scrap metal the taller it goes. But there's a lot of scrap metal there. So that will be my next goal. Now, this is not regrowable scrap metal, unfortunately. So there is a limit to it, and you do have to keep it under control, we should say, until you are able to get, as I said, that deep down mine, wherever we went and lost it to, so that you can get a permanent source of scrap metal. We're not going to worry about where that went. I'm sure I could find it if I really needed it to. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the next goal. But until then, this is the end of the episode. This is where we shall be leaving it off until we build our next district and secure ourselves that wonderful source of scrap metal, and eventually, somewhere down the line, what we're all looking forward to: dynamite. And for now, so until next time, as for always, I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you will continue to join me on the future episodes. And until we see you again, as for always, I hope that you can stay safe, happy, and healthy.